What's good? What's good? It's the one and the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. I got one dealing with Devin the Dream Haney, man. So basically, bro, I heard what Max Kellerman was saying about Devin Haney as far as his fight with Lomachenko coming up. Two things that rubbed me the wrong way. For one, that basically implying that Devin Haney is already too big for Lomachenko, and two, saying that Lomachenko is old. All right, I'm gonna play the clips that I heard, and then we're gonna talk about it, bro, because it's definitely a double standard. So here we go.
Years old. So is 31 the new 25? You know, it's better than he's ever looked. And Devin Haney has, as you mentioned, not just that age advantage, but the size and the length. And yes, Devin, people are already saying, well, Lomachenko's not what he was. And then you don't get as much credit, Devin, as had you beaten him several years ago when you were campaigning for that fight. All that's true, and the world is an unfair place.
Coming out of an era, the Mayweather era, where the example that was set is that if you're the money man, you can pick and choose opponents, fight them when they're not too dangerous. Take Canelo when he's 22 years old, fight this one when he's older, minimize the risk, minimize the damage, and get out with all your money and all your marbles.
When Canelo lost to Mayweather.
Now, here's my thing. First of all, bro, saying that Devin Haney is too big for Lomachenko, here's my issue with that, all right? Now, I don't think nobody had a problem with Lomachenko fighting Rigondeaux, who was 2 weight classes below him. Rigondeaux moved up 2 weight classes to fight Lomachenko, and nobody had a problem with that. Including myself. I didn't have a problem with it because, we were calling for, we wanted that fight with Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, and I give Lomachenko credit for that. But how do you, to the guys that say that that Devin Haney is too big for Lomachenko, how do you give Lomachenko credit for beating Rigondeaux, but yet Lomachenko and Devin Haney are in the same weight class? But Rigondeaux was 2 weight classes below Lomachenko, but you gave Lomachenko credit. You give Lomachenko credit for that. So, saying that Devin Haney is too young for Lomachenko, bro. I'm sorry. Saying that Lomachenko is too old for Devin Haney. How does that make sense? Because first and foremost, let's take it back for a second. A lot of you guys don't recall this, but when Devin Haney, the reason why Devin Haney had the WBC belt was because he was Lomachenko's mandatory. Devin Haney was calling out Lomachenko. This was like 3 years ago, right? This was 3 years ago. Devin Haney was calling out, saying he wanted to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko, according to the WBC president Mauricio Suleiman, he stated that Lomachenko requested to be a franchise champion, which then eliminated him from having to fight Devin Haney. So Devin Haney had been called for this fight. Lomachenko chose not to fight him and to get the franchise title. Now, another way to back you guys in the corner, and I find this very funny because if you guys heard Max say, about how, for example, Canelo, Mayweather fighting Canelo when he was too young. First and foremost, I'm so sick of that, bro. All right? Excuse me. I am so sick of that, bro. Mayweather, people that don't want to give Mayweather credit for beating Canelo, they want to say Canelo was green and all that, bro. I am so sick of that lie, bro. Listen, Canelo was a unified champion, bro. And I have a rule that I continue to stick by, and I'm going to continue to preach. I don't care how old the fighter is. I don't care how young the fighter is. I give Ugas credit for beating Manny Pacquiao, even though, yes, do I feel like Pacquiao might have been past his prime? Cool, but guess what? Pacquiao still had the WBA super title. So guess what? I'm giving Ugas credit for beating Pacquiao because Pacquiao was a world champion. I don't care how old, how young a fighter is. If you did Canelo get better after the Mayweather fight? Absolutely. But however, you cannot take credit away from Mayweather talking about, he fought Canelo when he was too green. Canelo had 2 belts. Once you become a world champion, you are held to a world champion standard, meaning that it's no more. If he was too green, he shouldn't have been fighting for those belts. Point blank and period. So I'm just sick of people always bringing that up, bro. He had 2 of the belts at 154. Guess what? He's a world champion. I hold him to a world champion standard. So that means he needs to fight other world-class fighters. Point blank and period, okay? However, you guys that like to say that Canelo was too green for Mayweather, but want to sit here and say that Lomachenko is too old for Devin Haney, guess what? Lomachenko's 35, Devin Haney's 34. Mayweather was 36, Canelo was 33. So how in the world is it that you would give, I guarantee you would give Lomachenko credit for beating Devin Haney, but yet you want to say, and Lomachenko is 35, a year younger than Mayweather was. Devin Haney is 24, a year older than Canelo, but you would give him credit for beating Devin Haney. Devin Haney's not too young to fight Lomachenko, but Canelo was too young to fight an older, a 36-year-old Floyd Mayweather. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, these guys are really irritating me. And you know, I always go off of the off of social media what I see, and I've definitely been seeing it. People are already trying to say that Lomachenko is old, he's over the hill, he's past this. No, he's not, because you weren't saying that. But the reason why they're starting to say that is because he didn't look so good in his performance against Jermaine Ortiz. Guess what though? Lomachenko had the opportunity to fight Devin Haney 3 years ago. Is Lomachenko past his prime? No, he is not. No, he is not. Okay? No, he is not. Nobody was clamoring that until Devin Haney got to fight with Lomachenko. Then they want to sit there and make excuses. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's the double standards. Should Devin Haney beat Lomachenko? Devin Haney he deserves full credit. He deserves full credit. All right? Now, I know he's not going to get full credit because you guys like to already make excuses like I'm already hearing. But Devin Haney deserves the full credit if he beats Lomachenko. Again, it was Lomachenko's fault that they didn't fight years ago. So I don't want to hear none of that, man. Like I really don't, bro. I mean, Paulie Malignaggi he stated his rant. Matter of fact, Paulie Malignaggi actually is picking Lomachenko to beat Devin Haney. So should Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, it should be no issue as far as that goes. But I don't like to hear any of the fans. I don't want to hear any excuses, bro. Like, these guys, y'all don't realize, bro. You don't realize, bro, that with the stuff that you say. That's why I always tell people, bro, respect your fighter's opponent, because you're gonna want that respect once they beat him. But a lot of fans, what they do is because they're afraid, and I'm being honest, that's what it is. A lot of fans, when it's any possible threat to their fighter, they like to downplay them, right? And so then after they beat them, they want credit for that. They want credit for their favorite fighter beating that opponent. I can give you a prime example, right? Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez, right? Now, many people say, all right, Jermall Charlo, he ain't done anything, this, that, and the third, he ain't done anything, right? But I promise you, the moment that Canelo Alvarez beats Jermall Charlo, you're gonna want respect. You're gonna want credit for that. You're gonna want Canelo to get credit for that. But then your own words, you sat there and said, well, he's a nobody. He didn't do anything. So, if somebody doesn't give Canelo credit for that, then you're gonna be mad talking about, oh, you guys wanted to fight, man. He fought Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo's a hell of a fighter. Then he becomes a hell of a fighter after your fighter beat him. Like, so it's just, these are things that just irritate. I'm giving Lomachenko full credit, because I feel like, for one, Lomachenko is still a hell of a fighter. He hasn't shown any signs of declining. The dude he fought, Jermaine Ortiz, Jermaine Ortiz, that was his sparring partner. Jermaine Ortiz knew who Lomachenko was. He knew his style. He'd have been in the ring with Lomachenko plenty of times. That was his sparring partner. So, of course, Jermaine Ortiz knows what he's up against. So, I mean, yeah, there might have not been Lomachenko's best performance, but he got through it. So I'm giving Devin Haney full credit. Lomachenko he doesn't look like he's washed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, I'm giving Devin Haney full credit, bro. I think that Devin Haney deserves full credit for beating Lomachenko. Furthermore, Devin Haney is trying to fight all these guys, but bro, Ryan Garcia is not trying to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney done called Ryan Garcia out plenty of times. Tank Davis, for I don't know what reason, is not trying to fight Devin Haney. And I think Tank Davis would beat Devin Haney. I think Tank Davis stops Devin Haney in the later rounds. But he just does not want to fight him for whatever reason. Lomachenko did not want to fight Devin Haney for whatever reason, which is why he requested franchise. So bro, Devin Haney's trying to fight all these guys, but these guys are not trying to fight Devin Haney. So, I don't know how much longer Devin Haney's going to be at 135, but again, as long as he's there, the pressure needs to be on all these guys to make these big fights happen with Devin Haney, bro. And Devin Haney deserves credit, man. He deserves credit, all right? I'm looking forward to this fight. This is an exciting fight. I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be an interesting chess match. Let me know what you guys think. Who are you picking to win this fight? What do you want to see? Who do you want to see to win a fight? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?